I first started writing poetry when I was 9 years old. It all comes from like my life experiences. So whenever there's something, whether it be happy, sad, anger, whatever the event is that's going on, I have to get it out on the paper because, you know, paper don't talk back. You know, I get to say whatever I want to say until I'm finished.
I wrote a letter to Santa Claus, but I guess what I wrote was a normal little girl request. It said, "Dear Santa, I want to pick one, a real Christmas tree. I want to strap it to the top of the car, take it home. I want to pull out a box of decorations that's been in our family for generations. I want to help cook Christmas dinner. I want to leave milk and cookies out on Christmas Eve. I want to believe. I want to plant seeds and grow things besides stereotypes. I want to celebrate my birthday in my backyard. I want to have a water balloon fight without all the restrictions. I want a friend, not a bunkmate, but a friend. And most of all, I want to be a kid again. Only if you can, Santa, only if you can. But you'll have to give it to me personally, because we still ain't got no Christmas tree."
I first became homeless when I was 3 years old when we were living in Texas. But we moved to California and we had a place for a while until I was 8 and we became homeless again. And I stayed homeless from 8 till 17. I never really qualified myself as a kid. Cause once I hit 8 and we hit the streets, I had to grow up immediately. There was no time for, I have to watch my little brother. We got to push him in the basket. We got to get here. We got all of our bags. We got to walk from Compton to Long Beach. And if you don't know, that is far. And we used to do stuff like that all the time, just because we don't have nowhere to be. So we might as well just walk around until we get tired and find a hotel that'll let us pay only $20 tonight till we make up the rest tomorrow. You know what I mean? We've literally lived in just about every place a homeless person can live: under bridges, abandoned houses, cars, at the park, in multiple shelters. We've lived in so many shelters. I mean, I know every single shelter there is to know in California. Longest we stuck around for a place was probably 6 months, you know? So it was really hard for me, because then I have to try to make new friends. But then I was that homeless kid who wasn't always able to take a shower. So then it was like new school, new bullies, new problems, you know? So my mom would always say, it don't matter what they think about what you look like. But there's a certain extent where it does for yourself. I'm not trying to look nice so that I can impress someone. I want to look nice so I feel comfortable going to school and learning and sitting in class and raising my hand, because I don't mind if people look at me. I ran away from a shelter when I was 15 years old because there was just too much chaos going on and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. And I thought it was gonna be just a little easier. I thought, you know, my mom will have one less mouth to feed, you know what I mean? I can go out there and I can go to school and get a job and then go back and give my mom the money I make from work so that we can get out of here, you know? That's how I was thinking. But when you get out there, it's a lot harder than that, you know? Whereas I could go to the GED classes where there's no money being made, there's no food given, there's nothing. Or because I haven't eaten in 3 days, I'm gonna stand out here, miss the GED class and panhandle for a couple of bucks so I can eat today. I didn't really get off the streets by myself. I was kind of taken off the streets. A man snatched me into his vehicle and I fought my way out and all this stuff. And I was going to attempt suicide. And, you know, the people that I was around, you know, found me and they sent me to this mental hospital, and that's where I was for a while until they were able to release me to foster care, and then from foster care, the transition back with my mom. I think the thing that really made me sad about going back to my family was that we were still living in shelters. And so it was kind of it was just all for nothing. You know what I mean? I didn't change anything. I didn't help anything. I just ruined a bunch of stuff. I just started writing. So I was working with a nonprofit organization called Get Lit Words Ignite. And they were helping me out a whole lot. I wind up getting an apartment at 20. I have been in my own apartment now for 2 months. I love using my key and just being able to go, and there's no time limit, and there's no sign in, and there's no badge, you know. It's just go in, tap the key, get in my room, you know what I mean? I could kick my shoes off and sprawl on my bed, you know what I mean?